Hello, we're having a demonstration today of a real EMA technique with the eye movement actualization with Annie. Hello, Annie. Nice
Hi.
to talk to you and to see you today.
Nice to talk to you.
Annie, we've been coaching together for many years now, and you're a coach for yourself, so you have your own clientele, also for many years now. But it's the first time that you will be experiencing the eye movement actualization.
Yes.
Yes, yeah. So it's wonderful that you'll be experimenting it for yourself, but also be thinking of how you'll be able to use it with your clientele.
Yes.
Yes.
Exactly.
So Annie, what did you have in mind for today? What you wanted to work on?
Well, I want to work on the financial aspect of my life.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
It's been something I've been working on for many years, so that's mainly the main goal I want to work on.
Perfect. What particularly do you want? It's an increase? How would you say it exactly?
Yeah, I make very good revenue. I want to increase it and at the same time level the expenses. So increase the revenue but not increase the expenses, because
yes, that's smart. That's very smart, yes.
oftentimes I increase the revenue and I increase the expenses, so
it's not helpful anymore.
yeah, exactly.
Okay, so you would increase the financial possibilities for you,
Yes.
having more money,
Yes.
clearly in your life. Annie, if it's okay with you, since you're already a coach and you already give also trainings for yourself, I'm going to explain to you as we go on what I observe, so that you'll be working also for yourself, so that you're autonomous and you could do that again for yourself another time.
Okay, perfect.
Okay, so when you were talking about the finances, your eyes were going more in that direction over
Okay.
there. And when you were talking about your goal, what you wanted about the finances, your eyes were going a little bit more there. But when you were thinking about really what you wanted, and the question was, how can you make more money and not have as many expenses or cut down on expenses, your eyes were going there.
Okay.
So what is interesting is that with the same goal, there's already 3 different locations, depending on if it's something that you achieved already, it's something that you wish, which is not necessarily achieved, and how you're thinking about it right away. So I know that financially, today, you're fine. Okay, so it's not a final situation with finances. It's just an increasing of better finances. So would you just be thinking about that? How would it be, having that increased? Oh, there it is. You're searching, which is fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know yet.
Yeah, take your time. That's exactly what you're looking for, and take your time. How would it be?
Yeah,
yes.
It's here. That's
Here.
where.
Okay, now, do you realize where your eyes are going? Do you notice where it is? It's
Yeah.
going like more up front. Would you show it with your hands where it's going for you?
Well, to me it seems
Yes.
here, but I guess...
Exactly. That's what's interesting, you see. For some people, they have the impression it's going in one direction, but when we look at it, it's not necessarily in the same place.
Okay.
So it's going more over there.
Yeah.
And how far you would say that would be?
Here.
Here.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. So there's something there.
Yeah.
It's interesting because I was seeing it a bit more, but it's fine. We'll take it from where it is for you. That's your goal. That's what you want.
Yeah.
Now, how do you represent yourself, that situation? When you contact what is there for you, you would say there's what? You see something? You hear
Yeah, I
something?
see hundreds of people.
Yes.
Because I'm a speaker as well.
Yes.
So, and I know that when that's there, revenue comes in like it flows a lot.
It flows.
Yeah.
Okay. When you're there, how about the expenses?
The problem with the expenses is when I'm there, I get so enthusiastic
Yes.
that then I'm not careful about my budget anymore. So I say, oh, money is coming in, so it doesn't matter.
Okay. As you know, you already in your life, at one point or another, many times actually, were careful about the budget. You already did that at one point.
Yeah.
Okay. So please contact that situation. Is it personally or professionally? One situation.
Well, both are
Yes?
mixed together.
Okay, perfect.
So it's here.
It's here.
To me, it seems like it's here,
Yes.
but I guess for you, I'm looking there.
Okay, how do you know the difference? How do you make the difference?
Well, it's like internally, it's encoded here
Yes.
in my semantic space.
Yes.
It's encoded here, but I'm aware that my eyes are probably here.
Okay, perfect. So internally there's a space,
Yeah.
but externally there
My
is
eyes-
another space.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
So when I look there, it's connected to about here
Yes.
internally.
And your eyes are going more there.
There? Okay.
Yeah, more there.
So I'm not aware of where my eyes are going.
Okay, so that's fine, and that's part of the process also for you to be aware of that, so that when you will make the connection between those different phases of what you want, the neurological pathways could just reconnect.
Okay.
Also.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go back to that. That time where you were careful about the budget, and it really worked for you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now your eyes are going more down over there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you would say what distance?
Well, it's here.
Yes?
So my eyes,
But if you had to make a distance, you would say what? Because
I
just
see
do it
my
like this.
eyes-
You see your eyes go there, yes?
but for me, it's here.
Yes? So it's here and here.
And-
Internally,
yeah.
externally.
My eyes are going, about there.
About there.
Yeah.
Okay, what would happen if you would make the connection between the two? So imagine that your eyes, internal eyes, move from one place to the other to reconnect.
Well, then it's like I know I can do it because I've done it many times.
Great, great. So you understand the difference? There, you did it before, but it was not connected to what you really wanted. So now you know because you've done it before. Okay, so that is something you've done before.
Yeah.
Now, your goal is really 100 of people. You were seeing that just before.
Yeah, that's what represent having a increase of money.
Yes.
Yeah.
So let's go back to that. 100 of people, that's representation of having money coming in. Perfect. And now let's link to that your capacity to really take care of the budget. Yeah, so there's something there, as you remember.
Yeah.
There's something here that
Yeah.
you connected together.
Yeah.
And now this will be connected with you getting in contact with hundreds of people. Now start with hundreds of people. Yeah, there's hundreds of people. You're a speaker. You're in the front of the room.
Yeah.
People are there for you. And you know that's really the representation of you making money.
Yeah.
Yes, okay. Now your eyes are going where?
Well, it seems to me they're going
Perfect,
there.
perfect. And what distance would you say?
Now it's a bit further.
Exactly. That's great. It's a bit further.
Okay.
Perfect. That's great. So there's over there hundreds of people,
Yeah.
maybe more.
Uh-huh.
You know, big room. You're having fun. You're enjoying
Yes.
yourself. You're doing really what you like, and in your mission, you're really excited about that. And now you're getting back into contact with being careful for the budget, which was more like this. You know, that was there
Yeah.
and there. So you take what there is here, bring it to the budget, and then send it over there. Or you could do the opposite, go from there to there to there, whatever works the best for you. And bring your eyes to do that also. So you could move your eyes, Annie, from one direction to the other.
Okay.
Okay, okay. Did you prefer starting from out there or starting from taking care
No,
of the
I
budget?
started from out there.
From out there.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect.
And I brought it in.
Okay, we have our cat coming in. That's Vanny. She's there because she also wants a budget. She wants us to take good care of her.
She wants to make sure she'll have food.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So taking care of the budget is now being connected with your goal, with you, the representation of hundreds of people over there. Okay. So what's going on now that with 100 of people, you know you have the capacity of being careful for the budget?
Well, I know doing that at the same time as increasing revenue is the recipe for financial independence.
Okay.
So yeah, because I've realized that it's not about making more money. If I make more money and then I start spending more, it doesn't bring me to financial independence.
Perfect. So right now, linking those together makes you understand that this is really the way for you to go about it.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there anything that you would need so that it's easier for you to be able to make that much of money and take care of the budget at the same time?
No, I don't think so.
Okay. Now, what is interesting is that your eyes started moving in different directions, so you were searching.
Yeah.
Actually, we're searching, for, as you know, for resources. You know?
Yeah.
So if there's anything that you would need.
Yeah.
And your eyes started from going there,
Uh-huh.
and then it moved around, a checkup, and then they came back there.
Yeah.
And you said, no, there's nothing.
Yeah, here I was asking myself, is there an interference to getting to my goal? And
Yes.
then the answer was no.
Okay, perfect. Perfect.
So
if
I kind of changed the question.
you changed the question inside. Well, exactly, that's what you did. So, well, you're a coach, right? So you already do the work. And it's interesting for us to see that you were searching for an answer, and of course there was nothing, you didn't stop anywhere because there was nothing stopping you. And now you have the capacity because you were doing it before, and you're really ready for those hundreds of people.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's go back to the first thing you said about your finances. So you wanted more money. And
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Now, hundreds of people is still very good money. And for you to be able to be taking care of the budget will make the fact that you'll have money, but you'll keep money also.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Is there anything inside of yourself, a belief or anything that is limiting you today? Consciously?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, there's one. Yes, there is one.
I'm not able to do that.
Yeah.
Or I can't do that. Yeah.
Do you realize where your eyes went?
Yeah, over here.
There. Exactly. Exactly.
And wasn't there something else there earlier?
Yes, exactly.
I can't remember what it
Yeah.
was.
Actually, what is very interesting, Annie, is that just before when I asked you, is there anything that you would need, you started by going there. And after you, but consciously, you went back there and you told me there's nothing. But you know what? I tested it again. That's how come I just asked the question differently. And then we got a limiting belief at the same spot.
Okay.
So what that means is that consciously some clients could say, no, there's nothing stopping me. But inside there might be something, unconsciously perhaps, really stopping them. And that's what has been happening over there.
Okay.
So there's two beliefs, or you've named it in different ways. I'm not able to do it. Okay, so let's go back to that one. Okay, there it is. Okay, so where would you put your hands and say that your eyes go to? I'm not able to do
But
it.
I know my eyes are going there,
Yes.
but inside of me it's
Yes,
here.
perfect. So make the connection between those two. So you move your eyes from one space to the other. Exactly. Move it from one space to the other. Continue moving them again. From there. Yes, take your time. Bring your eyes there. Go there. Number of times that you need. There you go. There you go. So you can make the connection between what's inside and what's outside. Because it's nice to have something inside, but it's also nice to have the connection with it outside.
Yeah.
Right? And vice versa. Vice versa. Okay, so there's something that is a limiting belief that is connected to over there. Okay. Now, is that belief today really helping you having better finances and taking care of your budget?
No, that's
No,
for sure.
for sure not. For sure not. For sure. What belief would you want to have instead of that one that would really work for you? Instead of I'm not able to do it.
Well, I have everything inside of me to do it.
Okay. So at this point, we're talking about changing your belief. but also in the way that you've stated the beliefs. You said, I'm not able to do it, which is a capacity level. I know you've heard that. So we'll start with working on the belief, but I'm going to be checking right after about the capacities that goes along with it and the strategies that you have.
Okay.
That's okay?
Yeah.
Okay, so but we'll start with the belief. I have everything inside of me.
Yes.
Now, we're talking about a financial situation. So if it's okay with you, let's put that into a situation of having money. I have everything inside of me. How would you say it related to the finances?
To make more money?
Okay, perfect. Now, as you said before, to make more money, but if you're not being careful with the budget, it's not what you want.
Yeah.
So how would you say it then?
To balance revenue with expenses.
Okay. Now, if you balance it, it could be zero. You know?
Yeah. Well, to keep the expenses stable and at the same time increasing the revenue.
D'accord. Now, as you know, what is very interesting is that sometimes when a company expands, the expenses also expand.
Well, that's what I was thinking, so that might not be realistic.
Exactly. Exactly. So how could you say it? What you would really, really want?
Well, to have a positive net profit at the end of the year.
There you go. There you go. That's
Yeah.
exactly it.
Yeah.
And which is something that is suitable for you, that is good for you, and that permits you to continue your projects
Yeah.
and continue to be sharing with other people the way that you do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So that does make a difference, right?
Yeah, for sure.
For sure. So let's create that, because at this point you don't have that the way that you wish. You have that partly, but not the way that you wish in your life. So how would you represent that? To have the net and to have that money with the perfect expenses that are not too much, are not too little compared to what you need. It could be a symbol, it could be a color.
Well, it
could
would be the my bank statement.
the bank statement.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect. So contact that, the bank statement.
I'm not sure if it's there or there.
Yeah, it's like there's like a connection
Yeah.
between the two, eh? It's there.
Yeah.
Yes, it's there. You're searching for that.
Yeah.
It's there. So let's go there to the bank statement. And you perhaps see a number. I don't know how it works for you, but something that is proof for you, a reality of saying, okay, this is it. This is it. I really was able to have the money and the revenue. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, for sure. Okay. Now, where do your eyes are going? What are your understanding of that?
Well, my eyes are probably
Exactly.
there, but it's here inside of me.
Perfect. So make the connection. Physically, move your eyes from here to there or from there to here. Yes, that's it. Isn't it funny, Annie, that when you were ready to release that belief, then the battery just went off?
Everything went off. It's done. Finished. Bye. I'm finished.
Great. So you and I had time to prepare a coffee and a tea, so that the releasing of that belief, and now you're ready for something
Yeah,
else.
we're so productive. 10 minutes, it's finished.
Yeah, you know, sometimes it does happen
Yeah,
very, very
exactly.
fast. You know that. Okay, so let's go back to it. You wanted to increase the money and to be able to, for the net to be interesting for you. And now that you're thinking about that in the future, for example, you future pace yourself in being able to keep money more
Yeah.
and to expand your company the way that you wish.
Mm-hmm.
Now, where do you have a sense of your eyes going? Okay, now they're moving.
Here.
Okay, interesting. So just before they were a bit more like here. If you just follow their eyes with, yes.
I'll explain
Yes,
why.
yes, you go ahead.
Because the representation of my goal
Yes,
it changed. So I
changed.
had, my first image was there, and then I said, oh no, that's not it, it's here. So the real goal is here.
Annie, I'm so happy that you say that, because people sometimes don't realize that we have a goal, but unless we clarify or clear blockages, we will never reach it. And the place that your goal was before was not the place that it should be for you to be able to achieve it and to attain it. So the fact that it moved, it's a very good sign.
Good.
Yes, it's a very good sign. So let's go back to that.
Yeah.
Okay, there's your goal. You would set what distance?
Right, so it's big like this,
Yes.
right here.
Okay, perfect. Perfect. When you're in contact with that goal,
Yeah.
is there any other resources or anything that you would need so that that goal would really be happening the way that you really wish, that you will achieve it?
No, I don't think so.
Okay, now when you said that, your eyes went a little bit more up there. So
Okay.
let's have a check there. What is there?
I'm not sure if I
Yes.
can do it.
Aha, so you see there's something else there. I'm
Yeah.
not sure I could do it. Okay, so let's go back to I'm not sure I could do it. Because remember before, you had two limiting beliefs. I'm not sure I could do it.
And I think that'd be the sentence we have to work with
Yes.
instead of the two others, that
Yes.
I'm not sure I could do it.
Okay, so I'm not sure I could do it is
About here.
about here.
Yeah.
Now, when you say I'm not sure I could do it, are you talking about your capacities?
Well, I have a number, like
Yes.
I'm making a certain amount
Yes.
of money, and now I want to make 125 more.
More. Okay, perfect.
And that's 125,000
And more. Okay, perfect.
Not just 125.
Yes, yeah. And more net. No?
No, that was
Okay.
brut.
Okay.
That was,
Yeah,
I don't know how to say it in
that's
English.
okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Net would be 50,000 more.
Okay. So you have a number of 120,000, which is the amount of money that you would increase in your company.
Yes,
and
within
the
a
net
year.
would be the 50,000.
So the 50,000 is here,
Yes.
and the 125 is here.
Okay, and both are important for you because
Yeah.
you want the net also.
Yeah,
So you
exactly.
have one here and one here. Okay, I'm going to ask you to connect the two with your eyes because you want both. So if you could move your eyes from one to the other. There you go.
So the 50
Yes,
came
exactly.
into the
Perfect.
125.
Yeah, perfect. And if you just could make sure that you've transferred everything that you wanted to transfer from one to the other.
Yeah.
Great.
Yes, that's
Perfect, because it's important to have both.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. So you want the net of 50,000
Yeah.
and the increase of 125.
That's it.
Okay. Now, in that place where you have both right now, what is stopping you from getting there? Is it a belief? Is it a capacity? How would you say it?
It's I'm not sure if I can do it. I don't know how to do it. I've never done that before.
Okay.
And many people can do it, but not me. So that's a party in my head.
There's few of those right there. Right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you don't know how to do it?
And it's like if we put a voice to it,
Yes.
it's not my actual voice, because at the age I am, with the experience I am, I should know that I can do it. I
Yes.
have so much experience.
Yes.
It's like the little girl, like she's 7 or 8, that still has this voice inside of her.
Saying that.
Yeah.
I don't know how to do it.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go back to that. And you placed it over there?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's over there.
Yeah.
Okay, so today,
Yeah.
who you are today, you know how to do it.
Yeah. I've taken the trainings and I know how to do that.
Okay, now we're talking about the knowledge.
Yeah.
So you do have the knowledge.
I have the knowledge.
Exactly. So contact the knowledge. Okay, there you go. It's moving there. You just know how to do it. You've been to training and
Yes, so
you've
the
learned how to
knowledge
do it.
is
And it's
there.
there.
Yeah.
So please bring this in contact with that little girl so that she could have the knowledge too. There you go. Move your eyes from one to the other. That's it. Back to the little girl. Perfect. so she could have the knowledge also. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Now that she has the knowledge,
Yeah.
okay, and now that she has the knowledge, what does she say? Does she continue saying, I don't know how, or what does she say now?
Then the next thing is, but if I'm too good, it's so dramatic. Nobody will love me anymore.
Okay, yes, yeah. And that's still the little girl talking?
Yeah,
7
so
or
it's
8?
it's like it's nonsense because it's not.
It's not true.
Yeah.
But it's true for her at
It's
that
true for
time.
her,
It's true for
yeah.
her at that time.
Yeah.
Okay. So in your life today, you know that it's not true.
Yeah.
You know that
Yeah.
you can make money, and if you're good, people will still gonna love you, or some people not.
Some people not. However, more people are starting to like me or love me because it's a new. It's a new way of being that attracts people.
Exactly.
So,
And would you say that the better you are, it's easier for you to love yourself, because it also have to do with being loving yourself,
Yeah.
not only love from the
Yeah.
others.
yeah, exactly.
Okay. So please contact that you're good and there's love. There you go. Now, do you realize where your eyes are going? Because
Well, it seems
Yes,
here.
exactly, perfect. Now, could you please bring this with your eyes to the girl? So she could have that, if you could link them together. That's it. There you go. Bring her that. Whatever she needs, she could take now. And
Okay.
it's linked together.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, what does she have to say now?
Well, the more you know, the better you are. The more you can inspire people. So, yeah.
Is she willing, you're contacting her, it's
Yeah.
perfect. Is she willing right now to make it possible for you to really have the financial situation that you wish?
She's saying yes.
Yes! So she wants it too.
Yes.
Okay, so if you would please now make the link between her, which over there, what she's talking to you and she's saying yes, and also with the vision, with your goal, with those hundreds of people. And link the two together with
Yeah.
your eyes, yes.
Okay.
Okay, so what's happening now?
I don't know. It connected, so
It's
I don't
connected.
know what else to
Okay,
say.
so let's check her again. You
Okay.
just go there.
Actually, I brought
Yes.
her in here.
Perfect.
So she's not there. She's
There you go. It has moved.
Okay.
It has moved.
Yeah.
And that's how come people just watching you, your eyes were not going there anymore.
Yeah,
They
'cause
didn't
I
need
brought-
to, because you brought it in.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that just explains what we were just observing at
Okay.
that point. Okay, so she's inside.
yes.
Great. Okay. Now, 125,000 more
Yes.
and a net of 50.
yes.
Okay. If there's anything that would be stopping you right now to make that in the following year,
But my eyes went there.
Yes, exactly.
I don't know what's there.
okay, so let's go there. You don't necessarily know consciously what is there, but your eyes went there. So continue going there. If there's anything there that for any reason would stop you for having that 50,000 net that you want in the next coming year, there's something, yes? Your hands are expressing something?
It's here.
It's
Like,
here?
inside of me, it's
Yes?
here.
Okay, perfect.
I don't know what it is.
That's not a problem. Okay, so that's a blockage or that's something stopping you.
Yeah.
Now, what would be a resource? What would be something that would take away perhaps what is there and let go of the blockage? If there would be anything inside of you, for example, any resources, consciously or unconsciously, that you already have, that would be perfect for you right now to be able to achieve your goal. Okay, you're noticing where your eyes went? Just
No,
some
I
movement?
wasn't.
No, that's fine. So what we'll be doing, Annie, if it's fine with you, I'm just going to come closer to you
Yeah.
and have a check if unconsciously there's any resources at any point.
Okay.
So feel very comfortable. I could guide you with my hands, or you could do it yourself.
Okay.
Whatever works the best
Hey,
for you.
I'll follow you.
You follow me? Okay. So we're searching for a resource that would help you move away or letting go of whatever is there that you don't need anymore for
Okay.
you to achieve your goal.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm just going to ask you to
Which
follow.
finger do I follow?
You follow the hand.
The hand.
The hand. And if there's at any point that you sense there's something that is a resource for you, you just stop me. Ah, there's something happening there. I don't know if you felt it. I'm going to check there. We're searching for a resource that will make you have exactly what you're searching for, that 50,000 more net. Ah, okay, there again.
So that's what was there.
Yes, earlier. I was just
Yeah.
checking again. Did you sense it? Did you have a sense that something
No,
was
just
happening?
because you
okay.
said it.
Okay. So whatever it is, we don't know, but it doesn't matter. If you just connect to that resource that is there and bring it to whatever was there that was a limiting or blockage or anything that was stopping you from really having what you want. So if you just connect the two of them together, there you go. More. It moved. It moved already. Interesting. That's a very good sign when it moves. It means that already it has done, the transfer has been done.
Okay.
Okay. There you go. Okay. Okay, so let's go back to that. $50,000 more this year.
125 more.
Ah, good.
And 50,000 profit.
Perfect. So now you're fine. You really know what you want. And it's
Yeah.
the profit.
Yes.
Yes, so it's not only the 125, it's also the profit.
Yes.
Okay. Right now, if there's anything inside of yourself that would stop you from achieving it or having it, if you just have a check, what's happening exactly? There you go. Okay. You were talking about capacities also.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's just have a check inside. You don't necessarily know how to do it, but that was the little girl. You know how to do it. How about the capacities? The capacities to be able to make it or to do it.
I think I have it.
Yes? Mm-hmm.
The thing is, because I've never done it, I'm not certain I have it.
Okay, that's great. So you believe and you really think you have them,
Yeah.
but it's because you haven't done it yet.
So I don't have a proof
Okay.
that I can do it.
Okay, so let's do something else. Between 125,000 and 50,000, there's how much money in between?
50, 75.
75. So that means maybe 75,000 for the expenses and 50,000 for the net.
Yeah.
For the extra, we're talking
Yeah.
about the extra,
Yeah.
100,000 compared to what you have today. So that means a little bit more of the 50%. Now, in your life, in the past, when did you make 50% more revenue?
50 more?
Yes.
I've 50 more revenue than expenses?
Yes.
50% more revenue than expenses. Maybe 3 times.
Okay, so that means in the past, already you have made more revenues than expenses.
Yeah.
So that means perhaps, we don't know, but perhaps you could make more than the 50,000 revenue if you have a net, if you have 125.
Yeah.
Perhaps.
Yeah.
So let's not limit ourselves. That's what we're talking about.
Okay.
Because in the past you were able
Yeah.
to make more revenue
Yeah.
and more net.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go back to that, one of those times.
Yeah.
It's not a question of how much money, it's a question of the capacity to generate that revenue, that
Yeah.
extra revenue.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
The problem with that time,
Yes.
because I have the yes but, is that I didn't feel, it just happened to me. I didn't have any control over it. Like it was a big opportunity that came to me.
Yes.
I didn't create it or whatever, it just came. So,
Do you have the belief that if it just comes, you don't create it?
yeah.
Yeah. maybe that was your belief in the past, and
Well, it's just I didn't make specific action to make it happen.
okay, so it's important for you to make specific actions.
To make it happen, yeah.
Okay, and what would happen if you did not need to make specific actions consciously, but unconsciously you would make them?
Yeah, I don't know, then I don't really believe it's feasible.
Okay, so you want it to be conscious.
Yeah, I think there's a strategy on
Yes.
how to make money.
Yes.
And yeah.
And
But it was fun to make a lot of money without having nothing to do for it. No, I did not do illegal things.
so what you're saying is that inside of yourself you already know how to make money without consciously knowing exactly
Yeah.
the steps. We're talking about
Yeah.
the steps.
Yeah.
Because the conscious knowledge, you have it because you took trainings already
Yeah,
and you
exactly.
just know it.
Yeah.
But consciously you want today and you need today to have those steps and
Yes.
to know the steps.
Yes.
Okay. And you were doing it unconsciously already before. So let's go back to that. You don't know how you did it, but you did it.
Yeah.
Now, where are your eyes going? Over there. So that means right away you're contacting what your unconscious already knows how to do. So if it's okay with you, let's link that to your vision, to what you want, so that your capacities could now become more conscious. Exactly. Perfect.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Okay. So what will happen when you'll start understanding the steps? And they'll be becoming more conscious.
Well, I'll just implement them as they come along.
Is that fine with you
Yeah.
to do that?
Yeah.
Okay, that means as they come, so it does take time
Yeah.
in the sense that you'll have to wait for one to come, implementing it, and then another one? It doesn't mean years, it just means there's a sequence.
Yeah, there's a sequence.
There's a sequence
Yeah.
to it. And is that fine with you, that there's that sequence?
Yeah.
Yes?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's imagine that.
Okay.
Okay, 50,000 net extra, or maybe more, 120,000, 25,000, and something's implementing itself step by step.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what would be one of those steps?
It's about doing webinars on the internet and things like that.
Perfect, so you do know the steps.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so now imagine yourself doing that, implementing that.
Okay.
Okay, when you're contacting that, connect that with your goal. There you go. So that's a step that you know.
Okay.
Exactly. It's there already. So that's a sequence and that's a step that is being implemented already. Okay. When you do that, are you understanding that you're going on the direction that you wish?
Yeah, for sure.
For sure. Okay. So that's a step that you know for sure is definitely going towards the 50,000 net. Okay. What would you like consciously more? Is there anything extra that consciously you would like to know more to be able to be 100% aligned with that objective?
No, I think I know everything I need to know.
What are you saying right now? You know everything that you need to know.
Yeah.
Okay, so now that you know everything that you need to know, there's those steps.
Yeah.
What would you be needing, if there's anything, to go into those steps? To be into the action of it?
I was going to say more knowledge, but that's a trick part because sometimes more knowledge is not
Exactly.
the solution.
Exactly. You're searching.
Yeah. just to schedule one webinar and just do
Exactly.
it.
Now, you see where your eyes go when you say that? Just schedule it and just go for it. Okay, link that to your goal. Just doing it. Just scheduling it and doing it. So it's the knowledge, but it's also the action of just doing it. Great. Great. Okay. Now, what do you believe right now about having $50,000 more net this coming year? Right now.
Well, it could be feasible. Maybe I don't believe it 100%, but I think I could do it.
Okay, is the number appropriate? Would you like to change the number? Is there anything into that?
Well, that's really what I want. However, maybe it's too high.
Okay, so what would be feasible? What would be the exact number that would be feasible?
Maybe 30.
Perfect. So 30,000, you believe in that, and that's feasible.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you have the knowledge, and you could have the steps.
Yes.
And when you connect the 30,000, because it's there, to your goal, what's happening when you just connect the two? The 30,000, there you go. 30,000 net. Okay. Now, if there's a possibility of more,
Yeah.
we say if,
Yeah.
and it's ecological for you in the sense that it's good for you and it's good for your health, and you don't work too much, and all of that, then would you be willing to accept it if it comes more than the 30,000?
For sure.
For sure, because actually you want 50,000.
Yes.
But of course we have to make sure, and you have to make sure that it's fine with you and
Yeah.
it's ecological for you.
Exactly.
So the 30,000 is ecological, and perhaps more could also be ecological.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go back to the 50,000. There it is.
Okay.
Okay, and if you link it to your objectives, just to see if it's ecological, then perhaps this could also be in place.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're talking between 30 and 50, as long
That's
as it's
it.
ecological for
Yeah,
you.
exactly.
Okay, and that would work for you?
Yes.
Perfect. So we're in a year later from now,
2015.
2015.
Yes.
Yes, in March, April, as you wish.
Uh-huh.
And you're checking in your account because just before you were looking in.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, or you have the year,
The year
yeah, book, and in the yearbook you see 30,000 extra, at least, in the net. Now, what's happening for you?
Yeah, I
Yes.
did it. Yeah.
And when you look back at that time, a year before,
Yeah.
when you did that, when you worked on that, what do you say a year later on?
What do I say?
Yeah, 1 year after, when you look back at today, what do you say to yourself? Or what would you
Yes,
say?
I did it.
You did it.
Yes.
Yes, you did it. And how about the little girl of 7 or 8? What
Oh,
did
she grew up.
She grew
I
up.
told her, get a life.
Yet alive. Okay. And she knows how to do it now,
Yes.
and you know how to do it too.
Yes.
Perfect. Now, Annie, if at any point at home, for example, you want to reconnect with that, where do you believe your eyes should go?
There.
There. Perfect. Perfect. So that's the goal. And how about the 30,000? Do you remember where it is?
Well, I put it there as well.
Okay, perfect. So it has moved
Yeah.
from there to there. So
Yes.
now it's already connected
Yes.
with your goal.
Yes.
They're like together.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, perfect. So you don't have to do this every day, but if you wish, once in a while, you could just reconnect with that. Sometimes in life, and it's natural for everybody, sometimes we have ups and downs, and some days we say, will I really make it happen? Or maybe you won't have that, I don't know. But if you do, if you just could reconnect to that space.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much.
I'll do
Annie.
that.
Thank you.
Yay.
Thank you very much.
Bye, New Zealand. Merci.
Merci à